Wait!
Non, c'est bon. S'il vous plaît. Merci, c'est bon, vos vidéos, tout ça. Allez, laissez-nous, on va rentrer, tranquille. C'est gentil, merci. Non, c'est fou. Faut plus nous suivre, s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît. Voilà, on est là, on a fait les photos, vidéos.
From football players not being recognized at all to public moments that go completely off the rails.
L'attaquant français d'origine camerounaise Kylian Mbappé a été accueilli en grande pompe jeudi dès son arrivée à Yaoundé. Plusieurs personnes hurlaient son nom quand il est apparu à la sortie de l'aérogare de l'aéroport de la capitale.
These are the craziest moments when football players go out in public.
Messi! Bro, chat, was that just Messi?
At first, iShowSpeed couldn't believe Messi walked past him. Now Speed is one of the most famous streamers on the planet with hundreds of millions of views. But apparently, Messi does not care. At the 2025 Club World Cup, Speed was pitchside at Hard Rock Stadium trying to get Messi's attention as the Inter Miami players walked out for the second half. But Messi didn't even glance in his direction. He just walked straight past Speed, eyes forward, tunnel vision.
Wait!
Non, c'est bon. S'il vous plaît. Merci, c'est bon, vos vidéos, tout ça. Allez, laissez-nous, on va rentrer, tranquille. C'est gentil, merci. Non, c'est fou. Faut plus nous suivre, s'il vous plaît. Voilà, on est là, on a fait les photos, vidéos.
But not every player has Messi's aura, because this player actually got ignored when they were iShowSpeed. During one of Speed's streams in Monaco, fans came running up to him, but not for Pogba. They genuinely thought Paul Pogba, World Cup winner, former Manchester United and Juventus midfielder, was just Speed's bodyguard. Bro stood there and watched fans walk straight past him to get to a streamer. That one had to hurt.
What's your name?
Ryan.
And in reality?
Ryan.
Les gars, on dirait...
C'est Lamine Yamal.
No, it's Lamine Yamal.
But the funniest moments are when players get mistaken for normal people. Lamine Yamal went out in public and some strangers asked for a picture, but not with him. They actually wanted him to take their picture. At first, they were completely confused about who he was, until they finally realized he's literally one of the most famous football players on the planet. They really turned Lamine Yamal into their photographer. That is unbelievable.
Give me one, the Brazilian shirt, please. Okay, give me one. L. Dame dos, una más. Rápido, papi.
But some players go out in public just to surprise people. Neymar stopped at a traffic light and bought a fake Brazil jersey from street vendors. At first, the vendor didn't recognize him at all. But when he got closer and finally realized it was really Neymar, he lost it completely. I get why they started screaming. You're selling a fake Neymar shirt and then Neymar pulls up and buys it himself. That's not real life. But Neymar doesn't even try to hide. He just does whatever he wants in public. This dude was literally driving around in a golf cart. In a golf cart? Who does that? And the funniest part? He acted like it was completely normal. Like this is just his everyday vehicle. Lamine Yamal was even in the passenger seat like it was their official team car. Neymar and Yamal really said, why walk when you can golf cart?
L'attaquant français d'origine camerounaise Kylian Mbappé a été accueilli en grande pompe jeudi dès son arrivée à Yaoundé. Plusieurs personnes hurlaient son nom quand il est apparu à la sortie de l'aérogare de l'aéroport de la capitale.
But sometimes going out in public can go really wrong. When Mbappé visited his dad's home country, things completely exploded. The crowd went absolutely wild, so crazy that they needed heavy security, even more than the president of Cameroon. They rolled up with over 30 vehicles, including an armored car, all surrounded by police. Since Cameroon's crime rate is high, they were worried something might happen. Some even feared he could get kidnapped. But come on, that's a Ninja Turtle right there. Mbappé can handle himself.
Holland, you came to the wrong side of Manchester.
No, they love you.
Yeah, United.
Yeah, they love you. How did you just walk down the street? Yeah, go to Man City.
Come to us next season, United.
But some fans weren't welcoming at all. Some actually troll players in public. While Haaland was walking down the street, some guy decided to tell the player that he was walking on the wrong side of Manchester. But Haaland didn't even care. Bro had no security. Haaland's bodyguard probably needed a bodyguard for himself, and Haaland just took it, nodded, smiled, walked away like a man who scores 50 goals a season and has nothing to prove to anybody. But if you think Haaland has aura, this player doesn't need security. Security needs him. Mark Casado led a street rally with absolutely no security. No bodyguard, no entourage, nothing. I hope he's safe out there, honestly. But not all fans react nicely. Some actually end up attacking players in public. There was a moment when Real Madrid players were trying to leave after a game, but a group of furious fans were waiting outside. They started shouting insults, banging on the cars, and even damaging them as the players tried to drive away. These are professional footballers. They play in a sport. This is not war. Go home.
Hey Pep, let me get a picture, bro. Yo, my man smoking off, yo. Yo, hey Pep. Yo, nah, you man need to see this, bro. Oh my God.
Not just players, but even coaches aren't safe from crazy fans. Pep was peacefully riding his bike when this one fan spotted him and started chasing him, also on a bike. Bro was shouting at the top of his lungs at night, then had the nerve to ask why Pep was riding away. Pep probably thought he was being chased by an actual criminal. But not every player gets approached. Sometimes the players themselves make the move. Hakimi stopped in the middle of the street before joining the national team and surprised a group of kids by playing football with them. Right there on the pavement. No cameras, no setup, no announcement. Those kids are going to be telling that story for the rest of their lives.
The Joker can play football as well. Boy, think of my outfit.
You're the Man City boy, isn't he? How did you know? How did you see?
You look so cool.
But sometimes, players don't just walk out in public, they try to hide their identities as much as possible. But even with that, people still find them. For Halloween, Erling Haaland decided to walk the streets of Manchester dressed as the Joker. Full makeup, full costume, serious effort. But even after putting all that work in, someone still recognized him. You can hide your face, but you cannot hide that Haaland hair.
Let me talk!
But being Haaland doesn't mean you can do anything you want. Erling Haaland was spotted outside a nightclub getting turned away by security. Flat out rejected. Why does bro's voice sound like that? Erling Haaland, 50+ goals a season, still not getting past the bouncer, the humbling of the century. But at least nobody called the cops on Haaland, unlike this next moment. Messi was about to leave and go home when a police officer stopped him, just to take a picture. Sir, you are a police officer. You are on duty. You have a badge and a uniform. Messi really said okay and posed anyway. Because what else do you do when the law asks for a selfie?
El otro día te digo, escúchame, ¿quién es tonto? La última vez que me llamas tú tonto. ¿Me has oído? La última que me llamas tonto. ¿Has oído la última, eh? La última que me insultas, la última. Tu amigo lo mismo. Lo mismo, la última vez que me insultas. No, la última vez que me insultas. ¿Has oído o no?
But the next player almost ended up in a full fight. While driving, one fan called him an idiot and started insulting him through the window. Inigo Martinez pulled over and walked straight toward him like he was completely ready to choose violence that day. Let's hope that kid learned his lesson, because Inigo did not come to play. But sometimes going going out in public can go horribly wrong. There was one night Messi went out for a simple dinner in Argentina, and it turned into a complete nightmare. Once people found out he was inside the restaurant, fans rushed over from every direction. The crowd got so big and so chaotic that they were almost crushing the whole building just to see him. When Messi finally walked out, it got even worse. Fans were grabbing him, pulling him, reaching from every direction. For a moment, it looked like he genuinely couldn't move. And in a crowd like that, anything bad could happen. Luckily, Messi got out safely, but bro just wanted to eat.
Ja, vai, ok, exacto. Vale? Nada, ciao. Aqui para tirar fotos.
And watch how many times Ronaldo actually gets to drink his cup of tea when he tries to sit in a public coffee shop. Fans kept coming non-stop, one after another. Photos, selfies, handshakes, the whole thing. And after all of that, Ronaldo only managed 4 tiny sips of his tea. 4, and he took over 108 photos. Bro sat down for a cup of tea and ran a full meet and greet without charging a single ticket. And this one is just wholesome. That lady checking Cristiano Ronaldo's passport at the airport, she genuinely couldn't hold it together. You could see it on her face the second she looked up and realized what was happening. She's supposed to be a professional. She has a job to do. She is checking passports. And there she is, grinning from ear to ear, completely unable to function because Cristiano Ronaldo has handed her his documents like a regular human being. Because that's what happens when football players go out in public. It doesn't matter if you're a police officer, a streamer, a street vendor, a nightclub bouncer, or an airport official. The second one of these guys walks through your door, normal goes straight out the window. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Football fans are the best, and that's why it is regarded as the greatest sport ever. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel.